The Christmas season. The season of cheer that comes after the season of fear. And I guess there's the season of food in between the season of fear and cheer. You know, whatever. And there are some pretty good movies that come with this holiday. Movies such as The Grinch. Literally any one of the 3 Grinch movies. There's also Christmas Who, and Mario Bros. Did like 3 Christmas specials. Hell, even some of the bad ones can be fun to watch. But unfortunately, not every Christmas movie is good. So this holiday season, let us watch a really bad Christmas movie titled The Christmas Tree. It's gonna be a fun one. So the movie starts off with a disembodied voice.
Yes, there are many stories about this special holiday named Christmas.
Said disembodied voice picks a story out of a book of Christmas stories, and even calls this story a delightful Christmas story.
It's a delightful Christmas story.
Which doesn't exactly seem confident. I think saying that your story is good is probably the least confident thing you can do as a writer. So the intro with the disembodied voice kinda goes on for a long time. So yeah, it's gonna get really boring to watch. So I'm just gonna skim through the entire intro with only the parts that I felt were necessary. So the story begins at an orphanage where we get introduced to our main characters, a few kids and
Pine tree.
the kids in the orphanage are being ruled over by Miss Mavilda, who's the villain of this movie. The kids also make really weird noises when they're grossed out. And also, the kids are given really bad food, while Mavilda gets to eat a feast for one. Or at least I think that she eats it. But I don't think they had the budget to animate all that. Kids are sick of having a dictator for a nanny, so they start a tree cult. The tree is named Mrs. Hopewell. So the tree is apparently a girl, I guess? And I like how it's Mrs. Hopewell, not Miss Hopewell, Mrs. Hopewell. Like that tree is married. Apparently trees can get married now. What happened to Mr. Hopewell?
She doesn't like to talk about it.
The kids have started the tree cult because they
Believed that the tree was magical.
and she probably is, but honestly, I don't really know or care. Anyways, the biggest conflict in the movie is that Mavilda pretends to be a good caretaker, but is actually just using all of the donations for gambling addiction and alcoholism. She's so evil that she even hates dogs. What kind of monster would hate dogs? I mean, they're one of the best animals ever.
Well, let's begin our story now.
So all that 2 minutes of narration at the beginning was not the beginning of the story. It was the exposition, which in a typical story structure is at the beginning of the story, but not in this story. Okay, so the real story begins when a family of 4 arrives at the town. They need a place to stay, so the mayor lets the mom and kids stay in the orphanage. And the dad has to go for some reason.
I better go now.
Here is your room. This is the only thing I can do for you.
This is just fine, ma'am. I can put that old mattress on the floor for the children, and we will be just fine.
Hold it!
Ah, jeez. So Judy gets her own room, but oh no! Mavilda's being her classic evil self.
You can spend some time with your children after you finish all your chores. But only half an hour and no more.
I don't really know why Mavilda would do that, because honestly, it would just further endanger her whole orphanage scam. The only reason for her doing that I could think of is that she is so evil that she can't not do that. So Mavilda introduces Judy's kids to the orphanage kids. And, well, the orphanage kids are super normal and not creepy at all.
Okay, there's only one arm. But my mom says Santa will bring new arms for him at Christmas.
Huh?
Okay, there's only one arm.
What?
Okay, there's only
What? Ah, yes. I totally understand what came out of her mouth, and I'm totally not confused at all. So next there's a montage of Judy doing her chores. Yeah, let's call it that. After the montage, Judy sees the kids and they're all really creepy looking. What? Lily tells Judy to look out the window, and Judy does look out the window. What the heck? What the heck is that face? And then this happens.
Where is she? I can't see her.
over there, Mommy.
Where? Why are you guys giggling?
She's so well on the tree. That tree.
And then all the kids explain how they made a religion out of a tree. Also, this kid's voice is super weird.
When I'm scared, I think about her branches like arms holding me. Someday, Mrs. Hopewell is going to bring us a mom and a dad to take Licorice and us to a happy home.
Ah, yes. And how would she do that exactly? I'm genuinely asking because I don't know how this tree's powers work.
Licorice? Now who's Licorice? A dog?
Honestly, that's a pretty accurate reaction to seeing a dog. A dog? So Judy bonds with the kids by bathing Licorice, and they even give him a collar. And then the kids say that Judy has to do something special for Mrs. Hopewell.
I've got an idea.
Ah, yes, the perfect plan. Surround her with the entrails of another tree. I'm sure she would love that. And then there's a montage, and I feel like I'm gonna sing a song for this. Let's do something for this tree. We are building something now. Come on, don't lie around. Let's do something for this tree now. Ah, man. Mavilda then scolds Judy for making a slide.
You're here to do your work first, not that nonsense.
But I have finished my work first. I did that on my spare time.
Did you finish washing?
Yes.
Ironing?
Yes.
And what about cleaning?
Yes, the entire house, including the windows and waxing the floor.
You may go now.
So Judy grows closer to the kids and shows them what good food looks like. Meanwhile, Mavilda is still gambling away the donations from the mayor, and also delivers the best line in the movie.
Here goes the children's money again.
We finally know where all the budget went. They gambled it away. They were all like, here goes the mayor's money again! So time goes on and eventually Christmas happens. The mayor has enough donations for the orphans to get new clothes and presents, and he's about to give the money to Mavilda, but then Judy happens. The mayor requests for Judy to pick out the items, and Mavilda promptly ignores the request and calls her gambling buddies, while Judy tells the kids the good news.
We're all going to have new clothes.
While Judy is conversing with the kids, it dawns on her that the orphans have never heard of Santa before. So she explains who Santa is in a very weird and contradictory way. Like, he's apparently everyone's grandpa,
Santa Claus is everybody's grandpa.
but is also no one's grandpa.
He's not anybody's grandpa.
And also, Santa's apparently Jeffel,
Santa can do anything.
but he also has hearing problems, I guess?
How is Santa going to know which toy to bring to which one of you if you all wish at the same time?
And also, think hard.
Think hard before you do.
But you might as well not think hard. Make a simple wish, cause Santa's a busy man. He doesn't have time for you.
But you know you have to make a simple wish because Santa has to make toys and other presents for all the children of the world.
Goddamn, that is the most contradictory description of Santa that I have ever heard. Meanwhile, in Mavilda Land,
What do you think, Mavilda?
Mavilda loses all the money and wakes up with the hangover, and Judy walks in and finds out that Mavilda has been gambling away all of the donations this whole time.
All right. Now you know.
So Mavilda wants the kids to stop playing outside. Mavilda also threatens to kick Judy and her kids out if she tells the mayor.
And now that you know, you better make sure you don't tell him a thing, or you and your children are out in the cold.
But apparently blackmailing isn't enough evil for Mavilda. She also wants to frame her for theft.
I know. What if I make that good girl into a bad one? Yeah!
So she calls her friend Mel to put an expensive item in Judy's purse. And not even framing Judy for theft was enough. Mavilda feels the need to cut down the tree. Man, Mavilda is just doubling down on the evil today. But conveniently, one of the kids overhears this and tells the other kids about it.
Why do you want to know if you're going to cut Mrs. Hopewell down?
Oh, I see. The little big mouth has already told you. I'm cutting her down for firewood.
We can't just stay here without doing something. What can we do? What about your mother?
That's a good point.
What about their mother?
I don't worry about my mother because I know she can defend herself.
Okay, Pappy, but to paraphrase Thor, can she though? I mean, she doesn't really seem like the type to typically be able to defend herself. I don't think. And also, can she defend herself in goddamn prison? So they start to make a plan about how to save Hopewell. Their first plan was to get the mayor, but unfortunately, the mayor lives too far in the country or something. So their second plan is to get Santa. You know, Santa! The guy that famously lives in the North Pole. Yeah. Oh no, the mayor lives too far away. But Santa? So all of the kids changed their Christmas wish to save Mrs. Hopewell. what about Judy? She is literally the only grown-up human to ever give a crap about them. But the tree is more important, so fuck her. So Pappy and Licorice sneak off, and it turns out that Lily snuck with them. On the way, they get attacked by a bear. And in the process of a very epic fight scene, Lily falls down the cliff.
Lily's gone, Licorice. She's gone. Lily! Lily! Where are you? Where'd you go?
Oh man, it's almost like this plan was really stupid to begin with.
Fortunately for Judy, the road's blocked. So there goes Mavilda's plan. So Judy goes back to the orphanage and she finds out that the other kids sent her kids on a death mission to the North Pole in order to stop Mavilda from cutting down the tree. And Mavilda is understandably mad since her evil plan was foiled.
If you hadn't put so much junk into their minds, they wouldn't be causing me trouble.
Honestly, Mavilda kinda has a bit of a point. Judy did kind of enable the tree obsession.
I'm sick and tired of your children in that tree. Pack your things right now. You're fired.
Holy Jesus!
And then this happens.
Mommy! Mommy!
And then Mavilda makes a guy cut down the tree.
That does it. Nobody cuts Mrs. Hopewell until we talk to the mayor.
Yes. My kids are probably dead, but no one cuts down the tree until we talk to the mayor.
Frank, turn on that machine and do the job.
But they're surrounding the tree.
Do as I say.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
Just leave my family out of this. Luckily, the mayor shows up.
The mayor?
Turn that thing off. I can't hear a thing.
I just want you to know that this wasn't my idea, Mr. Mayor.
What are you talking about?
And also, Pappy and Licorice return.
But where's Lily? Where is she?
She's gone, Mommy.
Oh God, what do you mean? Ray.
Oh, and the dad's back, too, I guess.
Tell me, son, what happened to Lily?
She fell from a cliff, Mommy, Daddy. All the way down. And I couldn't find her anymore.
And it looks like the entire town has showed up.
Mavilda's so mean.
Wait a second, one at a time. Why don't you explain all this to me, Mrs. Kindle?
And so Judy explains why the kids started a religion out of a tree. She also tells them that Mavilda's been gambling away the donations. And Mavilda kinda just runs away off screen like the coward she is.
Don't worry about that, little one. Your tree, Mrs. Hopewell is going to be all right.
Oh, there she is.
So Mavilda takes the chainsaw and is about to cut down the tree.
Oh,
Holy crapsicle, she's dead!
What happened?
I don't know. She got struck by lightning.
Okay, but why are those people in the background just blank slates?
I don't know.
And then who else would arrive but good old Saint Nick? His voice, though, sounds like he was pitched down in post.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody!
He decorates the tree and gives gifts to everyone.
God, it's still bright and beautiful! Oh, jeez. I actually almost fell. My God.
And I guess he saved Lily off screen. And also, the teddy bear gets a new arm. And then Santa leaves.
Look, Santa's leaving.
Peace be with
And so, the mayor proclaims Mrs. Hopewell as the official city Christmas tree.
I hereby proclaim this tree here, Mrs. Hopewell, our official city Christmas tree.
And he also offers the job of running the orphanage to Judy. But Judy can't accept that job.
Wait a minute. You can't take this job because you'll be busy helping me raise 9 children.
9 children? But Ray, we only have 2 children.
Judy, take the hint. He wants to adopt the kids.
Oh, and it turns out Mavilda isn't dead after all.
Please come with us. Let's have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas.
My God.
White Diamond's quote-unquote redemption was more fleshed out than this. Hell, even Namari's half-assed redemption arc is more fleshed out. This right here has to be the most rushed redemption ever in not just cinema, but media in general.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, nice. I'm done with the movie. Well, anyway, so that was the cinematic masterpiece known as The Christmas Tree. I feel like part of myself just died on the inside when I called it a cinematic masterpiece. If you liked this video, then leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, then subscribe and ring that little bell. Links to the socials are in the description. And until next time, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!